Bomba, bomba está presente, aquí lo canta mi gente. Bomba, bomba, para siempre. Baila, baila y goza, mi bomba puertorriqueña. Bomba, 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 bomba.
Hello everyone, this is Charles Wlhingford back again with another cigar pairing, and today I like to do first, and today is another first. This is the first time I'm doing bourbon, Kentucky Straight Bourbon, and starting out we have the Elijah Craig small batch, and that's going to be paired with the LFD, La Flor Dominicana Air Bender. This should be a really nice pairing. If you're not familiar with bourbon, bourbon can be pretty domineering. And if you're not familiar with La Flor Dominicana, they can be quite strong. I think these two heavyweights together will make a great pairing. I'll get back to you once we're deeper into the first third. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the first third. Now, we've got this cigar going, got all the flavors coming in the first third. Let's talk about the cigar first. This is another rendition of a La Flor Dominicana. If you never had La Flor Dominicana, the first thing you're going to want to know, or you should know, is that it's extremely potent. This is the lightest or smoothest, less of power, lower powered La Flor Dominicana I've ever had, and it's still very, very potent. Now, the flavors that you're gonna have in this cigar, you're gonna have, it's gonna be a rich, earthy, sweet tobacco. It's just deep, rich, earthy tobacco. You're not gonna have that coffee cocoa that I love so much. It's not there, but this is a very tasty cigar. Very satisfying cigar. I have this paired with the Elijah Craig small batch. On the way coming soon, I will have quite a few cigar pairings with bourbons. This is just, I think, a great starting point. And every time I'm going to have a extremely powerful cigar, because bourbon has a very domineering personality. Now, this bourbon, like most bourbons, have flavor of honey, caramel, oaky, and vanilla. Red fruits like cherry, that will also come out too. It depends on from product to product. You're gonna have it in different forms and different potencies of flavor. A lot of times they're all at one time. Bourbon is one of those things that it just tastes like bourbon. I'm sorry, I can't explain it much more than that. It just tastes like bourbon. Just one bourbon has a smoother or more pronounced flavors of another. That's pretty much it, but those flavors I just explained will be the ones that are coming out in that product. Also, you will need to add water to this. Do not try to be hard, don't try to be cool, don't think, hey, I'm gonna be the tough guy and not water this bourbon. Water all your bourbons. Most bourbons are gonna have a higher alcohol by volume, higher than 40%. The typical alcohol by volume for hard liquor is 40%. This is 47%. So I needed to water this down so I can take in all the flavors. See, what takes place if you don't add water, alcohol has a numbing effect. So it will be counterproductive if I don't add water. I will not be able to taste what I'm trying to experience because my tongue will go numb. Yeah, it'll be cool, it'll be fun, but it will be a terrible video. I advise you to do the same thing, even if you're not shooting a video. So what about this pairing? Again, you need to have a very, very strong cigar to go with this, or any bourbon. Bourbon is not one of those things that have, like, Scotch has variances of flavors. Some are very light, some are very earthy. No, they're all earthy, very strong. The flavors I'm getting together that is really nice. I'm getting cherry and I'm getting vanilla. Cherry and vanilla are really standing out. I had this by itself quite a few times, the Elijah Craig, and the cigar quite a few times before I did this video, and I did not have a vanilla or cherry that's coming out. So what does that mean? We're on our way to a perfect pairing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get back to you once we hit the second third, and we'll talk more about this cigar and this this bourbon. Okay, we're back in this second third. Now, one thing I didn't mention, this cigar is the wrapper is a Ecuadorian Habano. I'm not sure what the filler and the binder is. I just couldn't find it. I imagine it's going to be some type of Dominican filler or binder But regardless, this is a great product. This is my favorite Flor Dominicana I've ever had. It gives you everything you want to have if you desire a very strong, intense cigar. And you need to have a strong, intense cigar when you have a bourbon. And this is working out great. Now, for the cigar, coming into the second third, there's a little bit of a toastiness that's really coming out, and I like that. It's a nice toastiness. Now, when I put them together, that cherry, it really isn't there as much. That vanilla slightly is there. It's subsided a bit when you bring the two together, but there's no canceling out, and that's great. Also in the second third, the intensity of this cigar has definitely ramped up. I should have been ready for it, but this actually is much more powerful than I thought it was going to be. It's Flor Dominicana. You got to know it's going to be powerful, and the power has definitely ramped up. I'm feeling quite buzzed right now, especially having this still spirit along with it. So it's great, but I'm feeling a little buzzed, like I said, or if you can't tell. Now let's score this. Now, as I said before, there's no canceling out. That's number one. If there's no canceling out, perfect pairing right there, at least 90 points. But I give this a 93 for the vanilla and that cherry flavor or hints coming through. They're not coming through right now in the second third going into the last third, but it was there. I count that, and I give you an extra 3 points. So 93 points. Really nice. Absolutely really nice. I can't imagine having a cigar that would go better with this Elijah Craig small batch. Also, the loss of that vanilla, what comes in to replace the vanilla and the cherry is a bitter chocolate. And if you like that, that's great too. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you liked this video. If this video appealed to you, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to, please leave a comment. Don't forget to share. And if this is your first time joining me, don't forget to subscribe. I often end my videos with my saying of this is how I spent my money, or how would you spend your money. I always end my cigar videos a little bit differently. I end them with a saying that's either entertaining, fun, silly, or something you can put in your pocket for later. My saying for today, if you got 'em, smoke 'em.